She didn't understand why the grown-ups did not make sense. They said her mom's lungs stopped working. They said her mom's COPD caused them to be broken. They could not tell her how. Their why did not make any sense. It might be because she was sick. She couldn't tell. Daddy was busy. No one of the other aunts or uncles would talk to her. Mommy's new bed was at the funeral home. Mommy fell over in the living room and was choking. It kept playing in. Why is this mouse not working? It kept playing in her head like a movie. She smiled and stopped moving. Granny Granny did a chest pushing thing and tried to breathe in her mouth. She was crying so hard as she did it. The people Daddy called came. They took her away and Daddy went with them. He came back without Mommy. Everyone who came today kept saying they were sorry. She decided to leave the house and walk in the woods. It was quieter in there anyway. Just the bugs. There we go. Just the bugs and animals, the wind and the leaves. It was nice not to be surrounded by people who only came over once a year. She walked and enjoyed the evening sun. The world was very pretty as the leaves changed for fall. As it started getting dark, she realized the trees were closing in around her, and she wasn't paying attention to how far she'd gone. As she tried to figure out which way she needed to go, she heard a familiar sound. Ladybug, is that you? It was coming from her right. Can Mom have come to find her in the woods? Were the grown-ups playing a game? Come to Mama, Ladybug. We can go home and I will make you dinner. She was so happy when she saw her. She ran into her mama's arms. She hugged her so tight. The hair didn't feel soft and she smelled bad. What happened to the perfume that smelled like baby powder? Suddenly she felt a sharp pain. She stood beside the monster holding what looked like her. It was as tall as her father with long white stringy hair. Its blue dress was old and worn over its dirty tan skin. All of its fingernails were long except for one. That left pointer finger was as long as a carving knife. It put the doll thing that looked like her on her shoulder and walked further in the forest. She stood there crying confused, not understanding what happened. Ladybug, please turn around. That sounded like Mama, too. She turned around to see her Mama and a man in a suit and a long coat. It felt like her Mama this time. She ran to her and her Mama picked her up. She hugged her tight. Her brown hair was soft and tickled her nose again. She smelled like her perfume. The hug felt safe and warm. Are you really my Mama? She asked her as she pulled back and a bit of her face pulled back a bit and peered in her face. Her Mama set her on the ground and knelt in front of her. Yes, baby, you died. Why? They said that's what you did. And you got a new bed at the funeral home. Yes, baby, I'm here to take you with me. Her Mama smiled and put her hand out. Ladybug took it with a smile. Why do I feel funny? And who is that man? She asked as she looked up at the disheveled man in the suit and long coat. He looked down at the small girl with a smile. Hand rubbed over his short, bearded chin. You feel funny because you're no longer in your body. I am Death. I'm here to help you get to your next adventure. He tried to be as comforting as possible. Did that scary monster take my body? Ladybug asked as she looked to where she used to be standing. Yes, it did. Death's brow furrowed as he thought. Can we do anything to stop it? Mom asked, looking at him worried. Yes. I was thinking about a local coven that can come take care of this problem. They will stop it and make sure there aren't any more in this area. A coven of witches? She asked, horrified. I don't know what you have been taught. I will not argue about that. These ladies and gentlemen do a lot to take care of your community and do not harm unless forced. They will take care of this and help us find the bones of the other missing children. His face turned stern and resolute. The mother brushed her long brown hair out of her face and shook her head. Yes, thank you. It scares me to know other kids may have been taken. I do not understand witches and will trust your judgment. She said with a sigh, understanding she did not understand the world around her the way she thought she did. She looked down at Ladybug. Do you think you understand enough to let your mama take you to your new home? Ladybug nodded and gripped her mom's hand tighter. Death's hands waved. Death waved his arm. A large portal appeared. A blue circle with white wisps stood before them. This will take you to your new adventure, he assured the little one. They stepped through, and he watched a couple of seconds to make sure they got through safely. After that, he shut the portal and blipped to his next task.